Okay, so I teach people how to observe their thoughts to free their minds, but I see that a lot of people still get confused about observing their thoughts. And I totally understand because it was a little bit complicated when I first started as well. It's one of those things that it's almost so simple that it just seems hard. So I want to share a tool, a process that I have used in the beginning of my inner freedom journey that helped me detach from my thoughts. And so the goal with doing this right now at probably your stage of the journey is not necessarily to completely stop negative thinking. The first step is to really disidentify with your thoughts, right? Because when you do this, you're able to stop feeding them because you're no longer identified with them. The key mechanism is the moment you realize that you are having a certain thought or emotion, you actually free yourself from it. So when you have negative thoughts and emotions, they are possessing you. This negative story, this fear, this worry, it's possessing you. And the moment you realize, hey, I'm having this thought about this thing or whatever you're worried about or whatever thoughts that just constantly bombard you or even just like emotional triggers and stuff, the moment you realize that, hey, these are thoughts and emotions. You sever the link of identification. So that's all it takes to start to free your identification with your thoughts. Your consciousness, the I am, is basically being zapped into these thoughts and emotions. It's sort of possessing your state of consciousness in a way. That's the best way for me to explain it right now. And all you have to do is realize that you are not your thoughts, or just realizing that you are having these thoughts and emotions. And so that's the first step. The more you do this, the more you get the hang of things, the more you will just naturally have more inner peace because now you are naturally built up this space that contains your thoughts and emotions. You become this space, this eternal space that contains your thoughts and emotions. And that's where inner freedom comes in. But just for a lot of people, just right now, just for a little bit, just focus on calling out, realizing that you're having these thoughts and these emotions, and don't try to push them away for now. Just let them be there and just become the space, become the clear sky that contains the clouds. Just let it be there for now. It will gradually de energize and move on because you no longer are feeding them through identifying with them. You're no longer the sky that is somehow thinking you're the cloud. You are the sky that contains the clouds. Okay. So this is how you practice this. When you wake up in the morning or just at any part of your day, just start doing this as much as you can. You're having negative thoughts and emotions and your mind probably can't stop running. And all you want to do is any negative thought and emotions you're having, just start calling it out. Like, hey, I'm having this thought. I'm having this stressful thought. I'm having this emotional response right now. And literally that's all it takes. The moment you call it out, the moment you realize you're having a thought and emotion, or like, hey, this is a thought, this is an emotion, there is some type of detachment from it, right? So don't run away from them, just call them out for now. And just keep doing that all throughout your day. So if you're, thinking about your relationships, just call it out. Like, hey, I'm having this thought about relationships, or I'm feeling this type of way. I could be feeling heartbroken. I could feel worried, whatever it is, just call it out. Just call it out, right? It's better than the alternative too, which is just constant overthinking about this. Just focus on cultivating this space, right? And then you do this, and eventually you get to a point where you're naturally this space of awareness, right? And from there on, negative thoughts and emotions just flow in and out of your experience rather than it just being trapped right here because you're feeding it and keeping it stuck here, right? So now you're starting to awaken. Now you're starting to become the observer, the I am, the watcher, the space, right? So this video is for those who are just starting their journey of inner freedom, and I offer other techniques as well, and I'll link it somewhere up here somewhere, and those techniques will help you become more present and anchor the space and everything. But this is a very, very good starting point technique. I remember before I even knew about presence or awareness or whatever, I used to really struggle with my thoughts, and I started practicing this, and it gave me a lot of relief, especially from my fears and stuff like that. At that time of my journey, I wasn't fully able to stop the excessive overthinking, but it gave me a lot of space. And then eventually, I was able to dive into other deeper presence techniques, which really allowed me to tap into the inner peace that I have now, where it's just like I'm experiencing this deep peace every single day. So try this out. Let me know what you think. And if you would like to work with me on this more in depth, I am currently offering a huge sale on my one-on-one coaching, and you can learn more about it. Link below.